Hey guys, Crystal and Shadow here, back with not quite Steven Universe.
Just one.
He was excited for a crossover, so I showed him the crossover Nexus, which has Garnet, Raven from Teen Titans Go, OKKO, and Ben 10.
So this was actually quite fun and interesting. I enjoyed that way more than I thought
When
I
I
would.
first saw it, I didn't quite like the different animation style.
Yeah, I know that. I noticed that Garnet does seem a little bit off-model.
Yeah, but that's because it's technically an episode of OKKO.
I know, but but Ben... Yeah, that's true, because Ben 10 looked a little off-model, but Raven didn't. She looked normal, I think.
Yeah, she looked basically what I remember.
I will say that Garnet's great too, but Raven is still the best.
Yeah, Raven's the best.
As I will end up saying when we actually get to watch the real Titans, the live action one, Raven is the best. And I love how deadpan and good she is. Although, even though I'm a DC fan, I just learned Raven can fly.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I also learned, and you're going to call me stupid, but I didn't know Garnet was supposed to be the leader of them. I thought Pearl was.
Well, yeah, she kind of took on a leadership role after Rose went.
Okay, I always thought it was Pearl.
Now, Rose was originally the leader of the Crystal Gems, then I guess...
I do like all the kind of fourth wall jokes too, there's a little bit of stuff there.
Yeah, like when Raven doesn't approve of her title at the bottom and then they change it.
Yeah, and again when she's going back through the breach.
Yeah, because... for a while, people really wanted a crossover between Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go.
I like it, and that's the thing.
So they kind of teased that she almost went into the wrong world.
I mean, the thing is, I like the fact that Raven can do that, because, still means it's always possible for a different Raven to go to a different set of shows using breaches.
Yeah.
See? But I do, there's other... I feel like... I'm not sure whether it was intentional. I like the bit where, the guy's powering up... And I feel like that was an homage to Dragon Ball Z.
Maybe.
Maybe. But, I do like all the... I love how, again, it's standard crossover fare, but I always like when, characters show up and you just feel like, even if it's just one character showing up, you get, their theme showing up and everything. Like, when Garnet plays, you hear, a version of the Steven theme.
Yeah.
It's just like any other crossover we've seen.
Or one of my favourite jokes, when Raven first speaks and KO's looking around like, who said that? And he asks Ben, and Ben's like, did that even sound like me? Even though it was Forearms talking at the time, I think it's funny because Ben's voice is Raven's voice.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But I also learned that one of Ben's powers is also John DiMaggio.
Yeah,
which was even more clever, because then the first thing he accidentally transforms into is, I forget the name of the yellow dog from Adventure Time, but that's also voiced...
Jake.
But Jake is also voiced by John DiMaggio.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I never did watch Adventure Time.
Never have I, but I knew that John DiMaggio was the voice of the yellow dog. But, yeah, this was just fun and interesting.
Yeah, at first I thought it was dumb that the villain didn't have much motivation. He was just evil for the sake of being evil. But it's not that important. It's more just about the fun of a crossover.
It's just a fun crossover. I mean, it's a 10-minute Cartoon Network crossover. It's not even a big crossover you'd expect from other shows we're going to watch.
Well, yeah, like we see when the Arrowverse has crossovers and they don't really get time to give every character a moment in the spotlight when there's too many shows. That's why I think it works that they just took one character from each show.
Which is what I like, which is, I think, a lesson some of the crossovers needed to learn in the Arrowverse, where they need to learn to not always shove too many characters around. Because that's the biggest problem with Crisis on Infinite Earths, is there's too many characters, and the wrong ones are getting screen time.
Yeah.
Whereas a smaller crossover
Can you just imagine if we had, Steven, Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, Raven, and Beast Boy, and the others?
It'd be great if, it wasn't a 10-minute episode. You'd be able to do that. Well, it'd be better if it wasn't all 4 shows then. If you just had, say, the main 4 Teen Titans and, say, the 4 Steven characters, you could do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go once did a crossover with Powerpuff Girls. I thought that was fun.
Do you know they're making a live-action Powerpuff Girls?
Oh, dear God.
It's made by CW.
Some things just don't need to be live action.
I know.
It's bad enough that they made that reboot with the different animation.
To think. I mean, to be fair, this is the Ben 10 reboot with the different animation too.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of Ben 10 as a kid.
CW would rather approve a live-action Powerpuff Girls than approve Green Arrow and the Canaries.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Nothing, no word on whether that's been picked up, but oh my god. But yeah, this was just a fun crossover. There were a lot of good jokes here and there.
Yeah.
That's all I could think about. It's like the previous episode where it's just think about the cool jokes, but that's what a crossover is for, especially like a cartoon crossover.
Yeah, and they threw in not just current shows, but they wanted to give the older audience a bit of nostalgia for old Cartoon Network shows.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of like. Even though there are a lot of other characters just kind of there, like there's statues, and then Ben transforms into like, you have to like blink and you'll miss it because he transforms into how many characters at the end?
Yeah,
because I see like he transforms into like Adventure Time characters. I forget like oh god, I can't remember what that bird is called, and then
he's from Regular Show.
Yeah, Regular Show, and then one of the Powerpuff Girls is in there.
And Ed and Eddie, one of those guys.
Yeah, I think he transformed into basically every big
Uncle
name.
Grandpa was there.
Yeah, basically every big name Cartoon Network show he does. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember I watched a guy react to that episode, and then after it, when he was giving his thoughts, he actually pulled up the episode and replayed that moment and slow-moed it.
We've got to do that. I want to figure out how many characters. I've got to look at that later and figure out how many.
Yeah, we'll rewatch the
I'll probably just
punch.
look up and see how many are in there, but yeah. I'm glad. It was also interesting that, you think about it, because you've got, obviously you pick Ben makes sense, but say, of all the Teen Titans, they choose Raven. Not that I'm mad or anything, but it's like, why Raven of all the people?
Because she's the best.
I know she is the best, but it's like, okay.
And it makes sense because she's got the dimensional powers.
Yeah, exactly. But then you've also got the question of why Garnet? I know she's quote-unquote the leader, but logically you would think it would be Steven. Yeah,
that's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I know.
When I heard about it, I'm like, okay, no Steven.
Garnet of all people? What an odd choice. Again.
Yeah, with Ben 10 and OKKO, it's an obvious choice because they have a definitive main character. Teen Titans has a group.
And Steven
has a group, but at the same time has a main character.
Yeah, I know. But I suppose they want to, to be fair, Steven, at least from what I've seen, I know he doesn't get more, but obviously at this point, Steven doesn't have much of powers, whereas Garnet's got more to do. Also, there wasn't amazingly, there was nothing in this that would spoil stuff with Garnet.
Yeah, exactly. I love that she didn't even have a certain thing that they should have had.
Not a single reference to her being two people either.
Yeah, true. That was interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, you could watch this having only seen a handful of Steven and not be really spoiled by any means.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say. This was fun.
Yeah, we can't rate it either. It's not even a Steven episode.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to throw in an 8 just for the fun of it.
Oh, God, I can't rate it.
Fine. I'll say an 8. I mean, we've got nowhere else to slap it. We'll just slap it in the Steven playlist.
Sure.
Unless we ever get around to Titans. But even then, that's like... I don't know.
It's a completely different show, though.
There's like too many Titans. It's like, well, yeah. Well, I don't mean Titans live action. I mean, like, it's not Teen Titans either. It's Teen Titans Go.
Yeah. Two different shows.
Yeah, I know. Whereas, I'm used to, if anything, I'm used to seeing the other Titans. Just like I'm used to seeing the other Ben 10.
Yeah, definitely.
But, well, this was a fun, interesting side thing to try out.
Yeah. Just something fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It worked well enough. We didn't need to know. We've seen enough Steven to know. It was fun to see at least Garnet. Yeah, that's the thing. You could come at this from any perspective and it's fun, but the more you see, the better. Yeah,
exactly. Like, I knew the basics of Teen Titans Go. Like, I know their names and all
exactly.
that.
I know basics of Titans because I've seen other DC
I know
stuff.
the basic premise of Ben 10 because I've seen the original version of the show
exactly.
years ago. The one I knew the least about was OKKO.
And then the thing is, despite it being it belongs to that show, there was nothing. This episode didn't take anything from the shows except the characters. Even though it's an episode for OKKO.
Yeah, they weren't even in anyone's world.
Exactly.
Except at the end we see KO in his world. He thinks it's a dream at first, but then he has the card.
Yeah. But with that being said, next time we'll watch more Steven and other things as well.
Yep, the next episode we were up to was Love Letters.
Ah, yes. Well, I already made the jokes. This was kind of a side thing anyway. Yeah. But with that being said, we'll see you next time for more Steven and DC, because we had Steven and DC.
Yeah,
Even though we're not going to be watching Titans for quite a while, but we will eventually.
Maybe after we finish watching Steven, we'll watch Teen Titans Go.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
You're the one choosing what will take over Steven's slot eventually.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll think of something.
It'll be a while. There's 6 seasons and some movies and stuff? And plus future episodes, I think.
Well, 5 seasons plus Steven Universe Future.
Which is basically a pseudo spin-off or a season 6, but it's different.
I call it season 6 most of the time. It's weird, but yeah. Then there's a movie as well.
I suppose it's a sequel in the way that Code Lyoko Evolution is, except it's not a pile of crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put it like that.
Or
Evolution.
Or Green Arrow and the Canaries. It's a spin-off set in the future. Or a thing just carried on in the future.
Yeah. Just call it that.
Even though Green Arrow and the Canaries doesn't exist.
It should, but it doesn't.
It should, but they won't pick it up. Well, anyway, we've rambled on for enough. See you next time, guys.